Hey everybody, 3KO Games here, and we have the costume summon back with us again with a whole lot of new costumes to take a look at. So let's dig in here. First, our featured heroes are a third costume for both Elkanen and Obakan, the Toon costume. So let's take a look. Um, First of all, this family bonus is just ridiculous, right? 35, 35, 60 on health and a +5 mana bonus for having this third costume leveled all the way up. Um, Pretty intense. I mean, you can see these stats with Max Power Preview on, and health is over 2,700. Come on. Um, Also, the passive they buffed. So, these Toon characters have a 75% chance. I think it was 25 before. 75% chance to resist status ailments, mana reductions, and buff dispels. Pretty amazing. What's not quite as amazing is that the Toon costume is based off the original costume, or the original hero, which was definitely the least impressive Elkanen variation out there. So when you take a look at the actual special here, Toon Spear at fast speed, which is nice, 410 damage to target, minor damage to nearby enemies. It heals the caster for 35% of the damage dealt, and does extra damage against ice. That's very close to what the original was. A little less heal, a little more damage, and then this extra damage against ice. Nice. It's fine. The other two costumes with what they do with healing were, a little bit more interesting. But it's too bad that one of the other costumes couldn't get the Toon passive, because the Toon passive is great. Otherwise, if you still like one of the other Elkanen costumes, you can use it and still get this crazy costume bonus, right? Those stats are still good. I just don't think the special for Elkanen Toon costume is all that, well, special. So anyway, Elkanen costume. Obakan is the same situation. Obakan was kind of a joke of a hero until he got some costumes. The first costume just at least had caster and nearby allies counterattack instead of just the original, which is the caster counterattacks. Yeah. Then, of course, the second costume made Obakan like an actually really powerful hero with a good hit, good counterattack, and then you regenerate mana for every counterattack. So the Toon costume again gets this crazy costume bonus, this wonderful Toon passive, and then instead of the original hero dealing 310 and counterattacking with 115, we're dealing 390 damage to target, minor damage to nearby enemies, caster counterattacks, so only the caster with 110% of the damage received for 4 turns, and he deals extra damage against Holy. It's okay. Same thing as Elkanen. I would still want to use Obakan 2 with that crazy stat bonus. Too bad I, then wouldn't be able to use the Toon passive. So, you have to go back and forth there and really consider what is more important to you. Anyway, those are the two new 5 stars, but we have a second costume available in some 4 stars as well. So let's take a look at Sonia. I've been hoping Sonia got a buff for a while because she's really usable with a dispel buffs to all, or cleanse status ailments to all. So now the second costume has a good costume bonus, 15, 15, 20, and 5. So those stats are pretty high, especially with double limit break and that whole thing. We have 345 damage to the target, and all enemies are immune to new status effect buffs for 2 turns. So that's pretty great. As well, definitely makes her very, very usable. In particular, just having all 3, I think, in this case, gives you a lot of options. Dispel buffs from all is still useful. Cleanse all is still useful. And now a prevent status buffs is pretty nice too. So there's Sonia. I'll have to go back a little bit. Great. We've got Boril. Second costume. 80% counterattack, all allies. And then this counterattack increases by 20% each turn, up to 140% damage of that counterattack. I'm not that excited about this costume, except, for the fact of the double costume bonus is pretty nice. This scaling counterattack is okay. I mean, 140% counterattack, especially to all, is pretty good. Could make him useful in 4-star type events. And maybe possibly he's somebody you double limit break and try to hang with 5 stars. I don't know. Okay, 2 more. Kashhrek. Previous iterations of Kashhrek have been a healer plus some kind of defense, right? The original with plus 94% defense against fire for 3 turns. And then the first costume had boosted health and a little less defense against fire. Now we have caster nearby allies regenerate 459 HP over 3 turns, and caster nearby allies get plus 54% defense against special skills. Not bad. Again, costume bonus is nice. The particular skills of this double costume are not the most exciting. Hu Tao started out damage and then negative accuracy, right? And then we get a little more, we get damage, negative accuracy, and decreased healing. So second costume, damage, negative accuracy, and negative mana generation. So that's the option that you can use with this double costume Hu Tao. Still at slow speed. I've used him in 4-star rush tournaments before. Totally usable in that situation. All right, that's kind of a quick whirlwind through. Oh, shoot, even one more. Hold on. Double costume Sabina. Okay. Of course, the first costume Sabina, a favorite for a long time because of that, both dispelling buffs and then all enemies are immune to new status effect buffs for 3 turns. Very useful. The double costume goes on the other side. Regenerates 609 over 3 turns. And then it cleanses status ailments and makes allies immune to new status ailments for 3 turns. So, a very useful card. You can kind of choose costume 1 or costume 2 depending upon your situation. Man, that is a lot of costumes to talk about. I've got four pulls, so I'm going to first do my superstitions and then see if I'm lucky enough to get anything. Ugh. Okay, well, that wasn't very good, but oh well, we're not going to wait any longer. Four pulls. NASCAR, very good. Priska, Ulmer. Even one of the four stars would be nice. I mean, I would actually love the Sabina or the Sonia four-star costume. Come on, pretty please. Ah, no luck for me so far. I haven't actually done the event yet, so maybe I get a couple more pulls after that. But that's all she wrote for me so far. Thanks everybody.
Yeah, what's going on? 3KO Games here. This is Brother Andrew coming to you live with a couple of costume summons. Hoping I get one of these tunes, which would be awesome. But more likely, it's going to be a couple of Ish-Tax and a Dawa. We'll see here. We can do it. Would love one of these. Let's go. Who's coming? Who's coming? Yeah, hey. He's the clean cut climber. All right, let's get somebody else here. Well, look out now. Oh, Gunner, he sure is a brave blacksmith. Come on now. Give me something different. I'm going to scroll over here looking at Viv. I like Viv. Come on, let's go. Give me one of them. Yeah. Oh, hey, there he is. Oh, nice. Second costume, Colin. That's Colin. That's probably not how you pronounce it. Colin. Second costume on those 4 stars are pretty decent, and I don't have that second costume yet. I'm going to do one more gem pull here because I would like... Oh, nice. That'll probably be second costume. Yeah, nice. Sonia. Those... second costume 4 stars are pretty significant. I use the heck out of those second costume 4 stars. Cyprian and Gormek and a couple others. So, all right, hope you all have a little more luck than I did. Get some of them tunes.